slight change of plans. I said I was going to keep this engine bone stock, but few people told me at least change the head studs. Now they told me I can actually change the head studs without removing the head. I didn't want to remove the head. I didn't want to do a complete tear down on this engine. I kind of want to just send it, kind of see what happens. The reason I want to take the head off, because then I got to, get the head gasket, then I get the head serviced and all that. I don't want to do all that. They told me I can actually do it around the cams without, taking the cams out and all that stuff. So I'm going to take the valve cover gasket off. I'm going to see what I can work with. And if that's the case, then I guess I'll just do that. Now, I didn't even plan on taking the valve cover gasket off because the last person that did the valve cover gasket, boy, they got that thing caked on there. So I felt like that thing had no leaks anyway, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But, since I got to look in there, I guess I got to do a valve cover gasket too. The engine looks a little bit cleaner than last time. I actually woke up early this morning and started cleaning it up some more. Had a little bit of OCD. Definitely looks a little bit better. It's not perfect, but I think I'm actually going to spray it silver though. I thought about spraying it black, but I felt like if I sprayed it black, it would be too weird. It would be too blacked out, and I want a little bit of contrast. So, but first, let's do this valve cover gasket. Jesus Christ. Woo. Oh shit. Rookie mistake. Boy. RTV up the ass. That thing probably wasn't leaking though. Woo. It actually looks like a really clean engine too. It only had like 180,000 miles on it, and it's from an automatic, so it probably wasn't abused that much. Let's see. Yeah, I can get to the head studs. Oh, right there. I think it's 7 on each side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing on this side. And yeah, you can go right through the cams. Just do them one at a time. And just swap them out. Cool. I gotta break down shit. Can I fit a socket down there? I should be able to fit a socket down there. I don't even know what that is. What is that socket? It looks like it's some type of 6-point. I don't have a 6-point. So I just grabbed like a 12 socket with an extension. I just want to see if I can like at least get down in there. And it's down in there. Yeah, it's down in there. I'm right there on the bolt now. Right there. So cool. I can change the head studs without taking the cams, breaking down any of this engine. Keep the head gasket. Just change head studs. At least I won't be stretching the head bolts with boost. Yeah, just checked on the back. I can get on the back too. And there you go. See how easy that fits? Now I feel like it's actually meant for this because there's grooves in the cams. And if I just turn the crank, I can line it right up to where I need to fit the socket through. BMW, y'all smart, man. That's why I like y'all, man. Well, I guess I'll order some bolts and do that. This episode is brought to you by Sushi. Last episode, I asked Sushi if somebody could sponsor me on a brake parts cleaners. And Sushi said, come get a box. So I got a sponsor. Thank you, Sushi. Man, got carbon fiber on the toolbox. So I need right there in 12 points. I mean 6 points. You won't notice, will you?
Say what? 2-post setup. Like they have a 2-post setup that's like got that you mount to the floor. You can bolt to the floor, but I went with this just because it's super easy to do.
Yeah.
So, like I said, and it's portable. I could take it anywhere. You go to a track day or something, you could totally take that and, you know, jack up a car, do some tire changes, do some brakes, or whatever you got to do. Or, you know, you never know. You're at the track and damn, something happens.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to fix some shit. This is nice to have.
Well, guys, my birthday's in June. You know, I just want some quick jacks. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you don't ask, you might not get it. You know
Hey, ask for a quick jack sponsor.
Yeah, I need a quick jack sponsor.
You see this video?
Yeah, quick jack. Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck is that? How does that work? Wait, can I drink dildo?
Well, I went ahead and ordered the studs. While I'm waiting for the studs, I figured I might as well clean up a little bit more because I'm bored. Got a little plastic scraper. I lost it. Here it is. Scraping all the old gunk off there. It's gone now. I wasn't recording. I just figured I'd just go in here and just start touching stuff. That doesn't sound right. I also found this really cool stud extractor tool. It's probably my favorite tool right now. Because studs are, you know, they're kind of a pain in the ass. But this is really cool. Let me show you how it works. I mean, I just found it at Advance. I don't know exactly what it's called. It looks like this. So just walk through Advance and look for that. Let me show you how it works. Pretty simple. Alright, usually when you're trying to remove a stud, you're using like pliers or something and trying to grip it and turn like half a turn at a time. Takes forever. You don't want to do that, right? This bad boy, show how it works. You can hook it up to a 3/8 impact. You hold this, go left, and it will tighten. Yeah, it's got like little teeth on it on the end. Just grip it, make sure it's gripped real tight. And just let loose. That's so simple. This may not be crazy to some of y'all, but like I said, I'm a garage tool noob, so this is new to me. It's dope. Y'all, yeah. Yeah, I think it was only like 10 or 11 bucks. It wasn't really expensive, and I had a broken stud over here on the exhaust side. So that's why I bought it to try it, and it came out no problem. I'm like, wow, this is the best $12 I ever spent. Alright, been out here scheming for a little while, trying to figure out how I'm gonna paint this engine. The block's already black, so I think I'm just gonna follow that line over the front. That way the block down will be black and it matches, and that way my tape job don't have to be perfect because it's gonna be black on black. And then the top will just be silver. So I have a little bit of black left. Hopefully it's enough. And I got a brand new silver bottle. So probably just paint over the pulley too. There's a few little rust spots. It don't matter. It's just a pulley. Like anything that rubs will just rub off. So I think I'll be fine with that. All right, black is beautiful. In most cases, because this black looks a little fucked up. This surface was a lot smoother than that surface. That one, you know, was kind of rough and gritty, so I just kind of sprayed it whatever. This, I probably should have took my time on it, because as soon as I started spraying, I sprayed it kind of heavy, and it came out real watery at first too, so it's kind of not my fault. And then it started running, so that looks kind of bad, gonna be honest. And water pump's coming out, so I'm not worried about spraying the water pump. And like I said, the pulley, I mean, it was kind of rusty. I think it looks all right, but whatever. All right, the OCD was kicking my ass. I had to sand it down just a little bit. Just try to get that runoff and spray it again. Nah, there's another run in it, and I could see the sanding marks. Damn it. Yo, when this car's done and you see this thing, got a car show or something, you see the hood pop. I don't want nobody all deep in my damn hood talking about, oh look, there's a run mark right there. I'ma fight you, bruh. Nah, it's fine. At least I know y'all watch the story. Hey. With the exception of that, top part is taped up. I'm gonna spray all this crap silver again. And hopefully it'll look like new. Okay, I don't like this silver one. This is it looks cool. It looks cool, but it has like a lot of metallic in it and it floats everywhere. Like it's honestly floating around the room right now. You probably can't see it on camera, but it looks dusty in here and it's kind of getting on my black. There's gonna be overspray everywhere. Mistakes were made. Yeah, I oversprayed the hell out of that corner. Jesus, I was trying to get the knob and I guess, yeah. The color looks good though. The color looks real good. But Jesus. I'm gonna go back and spray the black on some very obvious spots. Should I mess with that or just leave it kind of flaky? It looks kind of cool, honestly. It looks like I did it on purpose. Yeah, that's metallic, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about. That's metallic, bro. But yeah, y'all can look in my hood now. Oh, there be hood in there, bro. Damn, you got a black metallic block too? Trying to match the whip, I see you. It's dry now. I'm gonna go ahead and take all the tape off, see what it looks like. Yeah, I was just sitting on that. My easy tape job. Top at least. Don't expect this to look perfect, but as long as it looks better than it did when it was sitting on that tire over there, that's a victory in itself, which I know it is. All right, tape is off. I didn't paint that. I didn't want to paint the exhaust side. I don't know. I just didn't. Someone just told me not to do it. I don't know. But that looks really good. That silver is like really good. That silver is like straight from the factory, brand new engines type silver. Like that looks really good. And the black line, you know, the black line on the block. That's a good looking engine right there. Well, I did that, boy. Pretty proud of myself on that one. I think it looked really good. All right, guys. Well, it is 2:40 in the morning. I should probably go to bed, so that's gonna be it for tonight. Not the video. Not the video. Not it for the video. Just for the night. Stay tight. Don't go nowhere. Stay up with the head studs in. But as far as tonight, pretty much done. I want to try one more thing. Real quick before I go to bed, try one more thing. I'm probably going to mess it up, but I'm curious. I ain't planning on doing anything with my valve cover gasket. It's just black. They're plastic on M52. On M50s, they're magnesium. You can get them powder coated, but you can't do anything with that. And if I wanted to get an M50 valve cover, I'd have to get M50 coils to match because M50 coils don't fit M52 coils. So that would cost me a lot of money, really. But I'm gonna try one little thing with this while I'm still here. Since this stuff likes to spray so metallic-y, I'm not gonna spray it silver, but I'm gonna spray it from here and see if I can get like a metallic black look to this valve cover gasket. Probably gonna mess it up, but we'll see. I think it needs a little bit more. It worked. It worked. It needs a little bit more. You can like barely see it. This is like dust. Let me do that again. That's actually kind of cool. I'm gonna do one more coat. I want it to be noticeable. I don't want it to look like dust. I got a little closer that time. That should be pretty heavy. Oh yeah, there you go. I got a black metallic valve cover gasket now. I don't know why, just doing it on there just made me think like maybe I could spray that on purpose and make it look like that. Well, that's pretty cool. All right, I actually sprayed a few more coats. Now it really stands out. Let me see what it looks like on the engine. Looks pretty cool, I think. It's a little different. All right, so you want to get the head bolts. All right, what is going on, guys? Today is the day. I'm fresh off of work. I'm still in uniform, but I'm ready to get started. Head studs are here. ARP head studs are here. Ready to put these in. Swap them out. Should be easy. All right, tools needed are actually pretty simple. We need an E12 to take the stock ones out. You know, it's a little star. E12. And for these, the aftermarket ones, they're 12 point. So I think it's a 12.12. Yeah, 12. And then to tighten the stud down into the block, you just need a little Allen. Allen is a 5/32. Yeah, 5/32. And of course a torque wrench. I'll use this. I'm not going to use this for torque just because spinning them around a lot is going to take forever. So I'll just like hook that up, spin it kind of, just to give me a little head start, a little faster process. An extension and a magnet. Need a magnet. First of all, let's talk about head studs and why turbo cars need aftermarket head studs. OEM head studs, they're made to stretch. So when you put OEM head studs in and you tighten them down into the block, you tighten them, you torque them a little bit at a time, you know, going all the way around in a certain pattern that's actually right here on this paper that they send you. And kind of like, it's almost like a star pattern, back and forth type of thing. But the OEM ones, they torque and then you torque them again and they stretch. They stretch to stay torqued. So you can't use them again. So when you turbo a car with stock head studs and you're putting boost through it, they can stretch even more and then you got a leaking head gasket. These do not stretch. You can actually reuse them if you need to. So that's what's really cool about these. These do not stretch. So that should, you know, give me a little PSI to play with. Now, I've never done this, but I've been out here looking at the engine and stuff, and actually, it doesn't look too hard. It actually looks pretty simple, honestly. Just maybe take some little time. The part they say is hard is putting the aftermarket stud in because it's bigger than the OEM stud. And of course, you got the 12 point, but you also have to fit this washer, and the washer is the little problem. But you can actually still fit it in there. That's what the magnet's for. Let me show you what my strategy is. Try to bring my light over here to see if you can see better, but it's kind of deep down in there, so it doesn't really help. So I still got my flashlight, but let me show you. Everything's pretty straight down. You should be able to get to every one of them. Even these two in the back, you know, it has that groove right there. That groove comes from when you're top dead center. When you line this up with that, that's top dead center. And it creates that groove so you can pull those out too, and there's two on the other side also. And then of course the ones in the back, they're pretty much wide open. The hardest ones are maybe in the front, but I got a strategy for that. And we're speaking about the washer. Getting the washer in there is the hard part. Now in terms of getting the bolt in there, in and out, that's actually going to be pretty easy. They're pretty much the same size, even with the other one being a 12 point. Like the circumference is pretty much the same. Ooh, circumference, that's a big word. I like that one. The circumference is the same size, but the washer is not. The washer is huge. You can't just straight put the washer in there. But you do have access under. So if that bolt is out, we're gonna do these one at a time, of course. If that bolt is out, I could squeeze the washer into there, right under this little access, and I could push the new bolt in there and just tighten it down. You see what I'm saying? Now the hard one is going to be this one in the very front, or these two in the very front, because you don't have access to go all the way down there. But if you do it like this, you can go at a 45-degree angle and you can still fit that washer in there. Just drop it in there and then boom, you still put the bolt in there. I mean, it's stuck on there now, but I would get it off, you know, if I had two hands. So that's the strategy. So without further ado, let's do these head studs. And let's hurry up because it's hot. I'm already sweating. Jesus Christ. Whew. All right, guys, starting at number 1, right here in the middle. I'm gonna do this side. There's 7 on each side. Number 1 is in the middle, so of course 1, 2, 3. The middle, 1, 2, 3. So let's go ahead and get that first one out of there. Hopefully this is enough torque. I don't know if this is enough torque. Got your E12. Oh, that's tight, which it should be tight. All right, there is a pointless OEM head stud. First step, which I did not explain to you guys, you have lube. No, that's not funny. Stop laughing. You use lube. You have to lube everything up. Everything has to be super smooth, no friction. If the head was out, they would want you to actually chase the head stud inside to make sure it's super clear, but I mean, I just pulled the head out, so I mean, it should be fine. So make sure you're lubing everything. So I'm gonna start with the bottom, of course. As soon as my lube comes out. Stop laughing, guys, stop laughing, it's serious. Around, lube all that up, yeah. Now lubing the side with the bump. Side with the bump is the one that sits in the top, I mean, on the top of the block, I guess you can say. And when you tighten that, I mean, you'll know because this only screws on one side. It doesn't screw on that side, so that's definitely going in the block. And make sure you lube that side too. And we're gonna put that in there. I'm gonna go ahead and lube the top too because once it gets down in there, I'm not gonna have room to like touch it. So that's why I have this on now, and I'll use the Allen to tighten it. You don't torque it with the Allen. You torque it, you torque this. This just goes in there. It says hand tight. I'm gonna tighten it a little bit more than hand tight, but this tightening down is what torques it. All right, now that everything's nice and lubed up, ready for sexual activities, I mean, boost activities, I'm gonna put that on there just a little bit because like I said, when it gets down there, I'm not gonna be able to, you know, put my finger on there and twist. It's gonna be a pain. Actually, I'm glad I said that. I gotta put the washer in there first. See, I almost messed up. Y'all almost saw me mess up, man. Let me get the washer. Shout out to my brake cleaner sponsor. I'm gonna go ahead, because they want you to make sure you, when you're putting the washer down, they want that area super clean too. So make sure you can spray with brake cleaner. 45-degree angle strategy. Straight in there. It's in there. Now just tighten it down with the Allen. That clearance is really tight because the socket is like right there with the cam. But I mean, it's moving. All right, not gonna lie to y'all, I'm struggling on number 1. This is not as easy as I thought it was. Trying to get this screw back on is a pain because it doesn't go straight down. Let me show you. Well, like I said, some of them have less clearance than others. Those, you know, they screw pretty much goes straight down. This one, not so much. I'm trying to get the screw to like rotate. I can't push it straight in because it doesn't fit. It stops right there. So this is pretty fun. It's gonna do some finagling, but you know, eventually I'll get it done. But yeah. Oh, I got it. Took a lot of finagling with a flathead and a magnet, but eventually I managed to get it on there. Like I said, I think this is one of the toughest ones, and maybe the 2 fronts, but that's fine. We can do this. We got this, guys. Let's torque it down. All your torque specs are on that paper. That way, you know, it's different for every engine, of course. Jesus Christ. Okay, click, please. God. There we go. Woo. There's one down. 13 more to go. Alright guys, hit you with a quick update. I'm not done yet, but I got 5 down. They definitely get easier as you get to the bigger holes. That was definitely one of the, what was number 1? I think that was number 1, or that one, but it definitely got easier as I got to the ones with the bigger holes. But yeah, you can't put it down the hole with the nut already on the top. It never fits. But you know, you put the washer in there, you know, wiggle it in there, and then I actually use a flathead to line it up. Drop the stud in there and then tighten, and then finagle the nut on there with another flathead and a magnet, and you know, torque it, and it's working. So yeah, pretty cool. Get back to work now. All right guys, we're on number 9 now. I'm gonna do this in real time so you can see how fast I picked up the process. Plus, like I said, the ones in the back are kind of more open, so they're easier. So first, E12 for the factory. Out of the socket to the end so I can get some more torque. Which helps a lot. Whoop. Feels loose. Magnet. Bam. Factory. Get out of here. Factory washer. Get out of here. Spray it clean. I'll blow on it so it evaporates. Washer, magnet, 45-degree angle. That's on there. Torque side up. Drop. Drop. Okay, magnet's in the way. Come on, magnet, get out of my way. All right, there. Drop. Torques. Do this just to hand tighten it. There we go. Get my socket, thank you. And now the fun part. This side's pretty open. I'm gonna go under on this one. So, magnet. Since that one's open, I can go under. Use the Phillips to hold it in place. Release the magnet. Make sure it's straight. And torque wrench. Okay. There we go. All right. 4 more to go. Woo! job is complete. We did it, guys. We did it. ARP head studs are all in, torqued down to specifications. We are ready for boost. Ready for boost? You ready for boost? I'm being goofy now. I'm tired. Like I said, I'm straight from work. I ain't even been to bed yet. Oh man. But yeah, it actually wasn't that difficult. It was a little tricky getting the nuts on. That was like the hardest part. But the washers and dropping everything in with the Allen, I mean, that was, you know, my little strategy worked out perfect. The hardest ones were actually the first ones when I showed you when I started. They seemed like they had the least amount of space for some reason. And then the last two, number, I think it was 11 and 13. It was the last two. It was like, yeah, 11 and 13. I mean, 11, I can't, I'm tired now. 12 and 13, I'm sorry. 12 and 13 were the ones in the back right across from each other. Those were really tight. Those were really tight. But I was able to fit the nut in, kind of like put the nut in there and like use a flat head to kind of wiggle it up there. And I got it in there. One part did scare me because the Allen socket did not fit through here because it's really tight. So when I couldn't fit the Allen socket in, I had to get this, you know, regular Allen. And then I got scared. I was like, if that socket didn't fit, maybe the 12-point socket won't fit. And I can't even tighten the nut down, but it actually did fit. So I got lucky. So, but yes, that is it. Job complete. I'm proud of myself and pat myself on the back. 1 second. All right, now that's gonna do it for this video. If you want to try this yourself, you know it's possible. Like I said, I've never done it before. I figured it out. It wasn't too bad. A little time consuming because it was, you know, you don't have much room to work with, but it's definitely possible. So with that said, deuces. See you in the next one. Oh, if anybody wants my old studs, you know, I'll sell them cheap. You know, $10. You know what I'm saying? ARP head studs and like 180, you know what I'm saying? I'll sell these for like $10. That's a joke. That's a joke. So you ain't catch it because you can't use these again. I'm tired. I'm getting goofy. Peace out, y'all. Deuces.